The High Court in Pietermaritzburg is today expected to hear former President Jacob Zuma's urgent application for a stay of his arrest pending his application in the Constitutional Court next week. The Constitutional Court will hear Zuma's rescission application on Monday next week. Zuma has been sentenced to 15 months imprisonment for ignoring its ruling that he continues his testimony before the Commission of Inquiry into State Capture. Our reporter Samkele Maseko is outside the Pietermaritzburg High Court and he joins us now. A very good morning to you, Samkele. Thanks indeed for joining us. When I asked you earlier on if this will be a virtual or an in-person trial, well, you did indicate that it will be a virtual trial and that no supporters will be there. But I see in the background there's ostensibly ANC supporters. What's happening?
There are a few ANC supporters who've come out here in court for this virtual sitting of this application of the stay in execution of the arrest of the former president. As I step out of shot, you can see here there are these members of the ANC who are showing shots of and playing placards against ANC President Cyril Ramaphosa. There is also some police presence here outside the Pietermaritzburg High Court. We've seen about 3 or 4 police vehicles as these ANC members carrying these placards saying Cyril and looters must go. That would be the president of the ANC. Some are carrying placards saying that they want the constitution to be reviewed. Now you can see that placard there at the back. So essentially, as the court application for the setting aside or for the staying of the arrest of former President Jacob Zuma is about to begin in about 10 minutes time, ANC members are picketing outside the Pietermaritzburg High Court in a way that they want the former president not to be arrested. Sir, just to speak to you, the application of the staying of the arrest of the former president today, what do you anticipate will happen in court as it's a virtual sitting?
We anticipate that the court treats this case fairly. We want the case to be listened to, and the only thing that it's written, even the Jacob Zuma Foundation, I've said it before, Jacob Zuma never refused to go to appear at the inquiry, but he wants someone to be recused. It's a matter of being sent back and forth by only one man. I think for me and yourself, Samkele, we strongly believe that questions are the same. If Zondo can recuse himself, anyone can ask same questions from the judiciary, because questions are from the judiciary. And then after that, once Zuma has testified, because everyone wants to know, even yourself, you want to know what actually transpired back in the years. The same question that has to be asked to Zuma may be asked by someone else, not by Judge Zondo. I don't know what's the obsession of them wanting Jacob Zuma to appear before Zondo himself, not to the commission.
We saw a letter this morning coming from the state attorney speaking on behalf and acting on behalf of the Minister of Police Pietermaritzburg and the Police Commissioner Ketlas saying that they are not going to arrest the former president with the 3 days that they've been given by the Constitutional Court until the litigation on this issue here at the Pietermaritzburg High Court is done, and also unless the acting Chief Justice Raymond Zondo says they must proceed otherwise and arrest the former president. What's your view of that letter by the state attorney?
Each and every time Mr. Zondo's name will come and pop up, the man is the chairperson of the inquiry. The inquiry that Zuma has to appear before. Okay, the very same man who wrote the letter to himself as the acting Chief Justice. There is a lot of contradiction with regards to the man himself. Hence we are saying today we are here to pledge our support. We want South Africans and Africans and all the world to understand that as we are here to support President Zuma. We do not want anyone to come near President Zuma. If they still continue to, if they want to continue arresting the man, they'll have to come through us. We are the first line of defense. We are going to defend the old man. He's going nowhere. He will stay. We want Jacob Zuma to spend his entire time with his grandchildren. That's what we believe in.
Were you part of the organizers of the illegal gathering that was outside the former president's home in regards to what the ANC statement? Were you part of those organizing that event outside former President Zuma's home?
I've never organized anyone. When I arrived at Zuma's homestead, I think it was myself and a few comrades whom we were leading with Sankoid Congress. As Sankoid Congress, we took a resolution a long time ago that we are going to support our comrades, including President Zuma, because we feel that they are being treated unfairly by our judicial system. We went the other comrades, as you can see even today. I was with my regional coordinator, only the regional coordinator in my car. There was no one else. And I found comrades here. As you can see them, they've organized themselves. We haven't seen even one bus. No one has been organized here. People, this is a concern from citizens of South Africa, members of the African National Congress, members of the MDM structures like SANCO. We are here to pledge our support. We support President Zuma 100%, and the man is going nowhere. That's what we are saying.
Thank you very much. These are the visuals we are seeing as court proceedings are to begin in about 5 minutes. We are seeing that ANC members are gathered here outside the Pietermaritzburg High Court, showing their solidarity and support to the former president. They are singing songs that are seemingly about land now and carrying placards that are against the ANC leadership, which had a special National Executive Committee meeting yesterday in which they ventilated and addressed this issue of former President Jacob Zuma, where there was a proposal of a special task team to be formed to essentially look into the issues of the former president. They are singing also songs against the acting Chief Justice Raymond Zondo, whom essentially brought the complainant on the issue of the former president not appearing before the State Capture Commission of Inquiry. Will also try and bring in more voices just ahead of the former president's virtual court appearance. Here we see some ANC members from the eThekwini region. You can see one of the members of the ANC in the eThekwini region there, who's having that ANC emblem on his top. He's not willing to speak on these issues of the former president. So essentially that virtual sitting will sit where the president is asking for an urgent application here at the Pietermaritzburg High Court for the stay in his arrest by the Minister of Police Picket and the Police Commissioner. We do know that that application is opposed by the Helen Suzman Foundation, opposed by the State Capture Commission of Inquiry, and also opposed by AfriForum. The President of the Republic, Cyril Ramaphosa, and also the Minister of Police, Begitele, have opted to stay out of this litigation, and they will be filing a papers saying that they will abide by whatever decision is taken by the courts, with the National Executive Committee of the ANC yesterday throwing its full might and weight behind the Constitution and the State Capture Commission of Inquiry, which is actually the essence of why the former president finds himself slapped with an incarceration term order of 15 months behind bars.
Indeed, Samkele, all right, I'll leave you to it, and we'll certainly be crossing you, any minute as soon as the case starts. That's our reporter Samkele Maseko speaking to us outside the Pietermaritzburg High Court, where the Jacob Zuma case is about to start. Now, the ANC National Executive Committee has instructed the Office of the Secretary General and the KwaZulu-Natal Provincial Secretary to immediately